Hello and welcome, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your What Do I Need read for this full moon in Leo, waning to new in Aquarius, January into February 2021. I am your reader, Archangel Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Archangel Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi, and friend to many of a Sagittarian. In fact, a very dear Sagittarian friend of mine was very much a lifesaver for me today. A Winto Green Life Saver Mal Flanders, my podcast collaborator. She really came through for me today. So my Saggies, let me give back to her because I'm sure she'll be watching this at some point as I give back to you all. Doing an 8-card draw. What do I need? Read 8-card draw, 8 different card systems, 1 card each, to get you clues, tips, and hints about what you need to know about, to be aware of, to deal with whatever this waning moon. And do check your other signs, because sometimes you can get different angles on the same issue, as I have seen for myself doing these. As well as it can be about something else completely different, yet somehow always interconnected. Please keep in mind this is a general read, so of course take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. Watch the Virgo go through his mental checklist of things he has to say in every single video just to get to that big, nice, deep breath, which I'm going to recommend you do along with me. Oh, yes, it is full moon. Now that I'm doing this, I am doing this on Thursday, the 28th at 2:16 p.m. I was deep in spell work, and I won't say what it was, at least for 24 hours. I highly recommend that you keep your bubble to yourself for at least 24 hours. Let the cake bake, just saying. But then, of course, for this reading, it starts today and now goes forward in the waning moon cycle until it is in Aquarius. And this one, yeah, I feel a little meh about this new moon. It's in Aquarius. That's not the problem. On Thursday, the 11th of February, also a Thursday to a Thursday. But it goes void, of course, the moment it goes new at 2:06 p.m. It's sort of like a, oh, we finally, right? So not great for new moon magic or intention setting or any of that stuff. You got to wait until Friday, the 12th, when it goes into Pisces at 2:23 p.m. So, yeah. So a good time to really focus on waning moon, right? That dark moon period is really all we're getting of any Aquarian energy. So let's get up into it. Please keep both feet on the floor. Focus on your breath. When I say breathe, just do your best to be here now, to really feel out. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Cool? Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, it's all about that first breath, isn't it? Oh, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Please, what is the dominant archetype at play? Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video for this full moon today in Leo, waning to new in Aquarius in February. Oh, buckle in, Saggies, the Messiah archetype. Now, you can't get more of a divine family archetype than the Messiah archetype, but its shadow is something that I myself fall prey to. Okay, the shadow attribute. Exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. And I'll tell you when you're self-employed, yeah. But also, I know many Sagittarians who must certainly feel that way, right? Oh my God, I won't even extrapolate. There's too many ways. Hey, honey, do you know where my socks are? Oh, right? You know, like, can any of this work without me? But the light attribute, and this is a drop of honey from the soul itself. The light attribute, serving humanity with humility, which is knowing that you don't know, which is, you know, the Course in Miracles says that humility is knowing that you're perfect, but that you didn't make you that way. Right? A higher power created you perfect, which means in the quantum totality of things, Always works itself out. You're just playing a role. You're not in control, right? Are you the only means by which a cause can succeed, or are you a vessel that's doing the best that you can with the information you have in the moment, right? It's like in the larger picture, everything's perfect in the divine plan, the ineffable great plan, if you want to go good omens on it. All right, let's list the angels. The Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue's deck, one of many. For a while there, she was cranking them out on the daily, it seemed. These oracle decks, please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, I'm a little salty today. It's been an intense morning. I have Mars conjunct my Leo ascendant, so full moons in Leo. I really got a dose of it today. As a matter of fact, where are you? Come here. We're going to add you to the next one, which is have you right there. Lord Aries, totem of Aries for the sign of Mars. Please take a nice deep breath. Might as well. My angels of fire, my archangels of fire in the sign of Sagittarius, the Michaelites. Why not have the Aries on the table, please? One card in clarity for this beloved Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, getting this reading with the Messiah archetype on the table of all things. What is the healing angel they most need to call upon, work with, focus on, study, whatever, this full moon in Leo, waning to new moon in Aquarius, this one, February 2021. Trust, all right? But now, like, trust in what? Trust in what? That it's never going to change? To trust in what? That, oh God, it always fucking comes down to me. If I don't do it, it doesn't get done, right? An exaggerated belief. In other words, it may be true that right now in certain situations, but it has not always been. When you are an infant, it was not all up to you, right? It did not all hinge, unless it did. You know, what do I know? I don't know everybody's story. So that angel of trust. Now, it's a healing angel of trust. So maybe your trust is in need of healing, right? Play with it both ways. Right? It's like, okay, I'm going to trust that things are healing, as well as I need to heal my own trust that there is a higher power, and not that I'm separate from it. I am its creation. Now, you really take that to the quantum level. You can really do that quantum physics if you don't want to do it so much the spiritual, mystical, but certainly if you are really an exaggerated belief, you are the Messiah, come yet again. Well, trust and believe. That may be true at times, but I don't think it's 24/7, 365. So rather to get into that place of humility, which doesn't mean begging and groveling, it says, okay, to me, this is in my book, Words of Grace, coming out in Kindle soon. We're setting a release date soon. We're just doing sort of some fine tuning on it for the Kindle. But my saving grace is the first grace I define in the book, called the Grace of Humility. The maiden grace, grant me the grace of humility to know that I do not know when I do not know, but that I'm willing to be shown the truth, and I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. That's humility, and it's an empowered humility. Let's keep going. All right, Tony Carmine Salerno's Crystal Oracle. I love this thing. Well, I'm an earth sign, and I don't have all of the stones that are in this oracle deck, oddly enough, though I've been in the business since I was, what? Oh, a teenager. Oh, yeah. My first crystal job was in Porter Square. I was, 18, 19 years old, Massachusetts. So, Archangel Ariel, let's ask her. Take a nice deep breath. Yeah, breathing in this full moon, man. Please, my beloved Archangel Ariel, there you are. The Archangel of Nature, the Archangel of Lyons, and I'm Archangel Lyons, so you and I are close. Please, one card in clarity. I think I saw a flipper in there. What is the perfect, there you are, Crystal Oracle message, the stone itself, whether they have it, whether they need it, however they take it, for this full moon in Leo waning to new in Aquarius 2021. Fluorite. Now for me, I'll just tell you, fluorite's one of my favorite stones. Selenite and fluorite. And you always need clear quartz. It's the white candle of crystals. You can do anything with them. I love it because it brings order out of chaos. But I have learned mystically that chaos is divine order that we do not understand, right? So it is definitely for me a mental stone. I have a nice big chunk of it right there in front of Hermes, god of air, god of the messenger god, right? So let's check this out, fluorite. Let's see what Tony Carmine Salerno pass to, say, fluorite, F-L-U-O-R-I-T-E, if you want to look it up. Concentration, makes sense. Focus, yes, brings order out of chaos. Psychic protection and emotional stability. Just go crazy glue that to my third eye for the rest of the day. Fluorite emanates a highly spiritual vibration that can shield you from a negative influence or a negative person that is causing you to be emotionally imbalanced. Okay, I mean, I get that. It certainly aligns physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. So kind of, they're giving me an etheric field immune boost, right? A little emergence F, that doesn't make sense. Know that you are being surrounded by love and light, and trust in the protection you are now receiving. Blessed be. Let go of your fears and concerns and allow this wondrous healing to occur, which you have to admit is very Sagittarian. Start to focus on the things that bring joy to your life. Easier said than done, but as a spiritual practice, particularly for a Sagittarian, notch your arrows and silently shoot them at the things that bring joy to your life. Focus on all you would love to be doing rather than worrying about what others think. Now, I will say, of all the signs in the zodiac, Sagittarians usually don't give a rat's ass about what other people think because they are so expansive, and even if you mention it, they're just on to the next thing. The Geminis of fire, Sagittarius, it's a stupid way of saying it. You are safe and eternally loved. Nothing can harm you except your own fears. Now, I have to be honest with you with the Messiah on there. That thing of, let's take that exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed, and take it out of like so much the spiritual ego thing of like, oh, the only me, not so much that, but the, oh my God, blah, 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 like that, like those exaggerated fears, right? That it'll all fall apart without you, right? Well, and to trust that there is something here, and to get that, if you're an empath, you might be picking up on other people feeling the exact same way around you too. If you're dealing with something of high import in your life, your family, your work, wherever that is, of high importance. So that fluorite, it might just very well be, if I'm going to serve with this humility, then I kind of have to not give a rat's ass what anybody else thinks about this. I have to trust that I'm being guided, because like it or not, the Messiah, it's definitely a leadership role. Do you know what I mean? Like, regardless of how you want to see that lens or see through that lens. So to trust that there is something larger in here, and that I'm going to stick with my see, this is the thing about working with stones and crystals and minerals and all that stuff, and even herbs to an extent, as much as what it says in all the books. What does it do in your energy field? To me, it aligns me maybe so that I see the divine order amidst the chaos, right? But also that psychic protection. It's known forever, particularly in octahedron form, which is what I have up there. These are tumbled. Really easy to find, though. Not a hard crystal to get a hold of. Buyer beware, but, whatever. Let's do Daughters of the Moon. What do you need to be aware of inside of yourself? Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, yes. My goddesses of fire and the sign of Sagittarius, please. One card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, getting this reading. What is it they need to be aware of themselves? The inside world, heart, throat, third eye, crown, their interior, yin-terial. Glitched. Caught it, though. See, because when I'm doing the clairvoyant thing, they always draw my eye away, and then they quickly stopped my head back as whatever, the Wi-Fi glitch or YouTube did a thing, I don't know. One more time. Breathe. Okay. My God, goddesses of fire and the sign of Sagittarius. I mean, it's a very Sagittarian read. I'm having a very good time. Please, one card in clarity for the Sagittarian Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and watching this video with the Messiah archetype that they need to alchemize and deal with from lead to gold, the angel of trust they need to work with to heal their trust and trust their healing, the crystal of fluorite they need. What do they need to be aware of inside of themselves? Heart, throat, third eye, crown, interior world, psychological world, mental, emotional power within them. This full moon in Leo. Waning to new in Aquarius, the star. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, thank God of gods. So look, your hope, your prayer, your trust, you know, almost looks like the same. Are they facing the same direction? They are facing the same direction. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, this is a star goddess pouring down. It's very Aquarian, obviously, pouring down from her breast urn. That's what it says in the book. It's called a breast urn. I'm not making that up. Right? So that your hope and your faith and your trust is highlighted here big time. Let's just see what's going on the outside. I'll go deeper into that card of the star. But you know, your wishes, your hopes. To me, it is the highest vibrational card of the entire tarot, right? Because even though the sun is so positive and the world is a completion and judgment is revelation, nothing is higher in the sky than the star. Breathe. It's also guidance and grace and upper chakra stuff. So please, my gods of fire, my gods of fire on the sign of Sagittarius, I love you. Please, one card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising. Venus, I'm watching this video, getting this read. What is it they need to be aware of in the outside dealing with this Messiah situation, the angel of trust, fluorite, and the star within them, calling them, inspiring them, keeping their hope alive and their light lit. This full moon in Leo, waning to Aquarius, new, the Ace of Wands, and Zeus. Zeus is the god of fire in the sign of Sagittarius for me. So it's just, there he is. That's whatever. Ooh, Papa, Daddy. Well, however you want to take that, right? Zeus, the Ace of Wands, something new. Something new in the outside. This could be you initiating something. This could be your own masculine energy, right? Starting a new direction, but particularly as the Messiah, maybe taking a departure. Now, what would precede the Ace of Wands? Be the Ten of Wands. Maybe there has been that burden, that stress. And with this hope coming in, there might very well be an inspiration, a download, if you will, on the inner that then inspires you to start something, element of desire. You could say you notch one of your flaming arrows, my Sagittarians. Oh, it's just bloody brilliant. It makes sense. I mean, and that's why to trust it, right? Because it's really coming from inside of you. It's not, well, and maybe that Ace of Wands, if it's not you issuing it forth, it's something coming in, right? A new beginning, a seed. Let's keep going. Lover's Oracle, Tony Carmine Salerno. Let's see what my Pantheons of Love got to say about this. This is turning into a probably longer read than some of the rest, but we'll see. Breathe. All right. My Pantheons of love, of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, a Lover's Oracle for the Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, watching this video, getting this reading, please, with the Messiah, with the angel of trust, with fluorite, with the star within, and the Ace of Wands without. Please, what is the oracle message you have for them? This full moon in Leo, waning to new in Aquarius. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. I would call that a card of affirmation. Not an affirmation card, but a card of affirmation. Saying deep in your heart, you already know. And, you know, you're going to talk about the heart. It's heart, third eye crown. You know what to do. Do what feels right. Do what feels right. And that's not the, whatever feels right, do that. I mean, you know, that got distorted pretty quickly. This is really more in terms of, obviously, with the Messiah archetype and the star, right? Angel of trust. This is really, really about your spiritual process, principles, life coming into physical form in some way. And that's why I think that fluorite is really important, particularly if you are sensitive, if you're an empathic. We got like a water moon, right? Not that the astrology is everything in that case, but I could feel the stress of that and the intensity of this. You are being called in another direction, perhaps. And having to really look at that belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed, and maybe it's time to delegate. It just happens, right? The Messiah archetype. Follow the sandal. Life of Brian was very impactful. I guess I saw it when it first came out. I was born in '68. When did that movie come out? That's when I saw it, because we saw it in the movie theater. My mom took us. I have a cool mom. Cool, Mom. All right, Jinx Monsoon. Let's take a nice deep breath. Higher selves of all involved. Dimension above, 8th chakra and above. I'm gonna make sure I don't switch those. Breathe. Yes, higher selves of all involved. Thank you for a fun read. I'm enjoying this one. Please, one card in clarity for your beloved Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, please. What is a piece of information, inspiration, or insight you would like to communicate that they need through the Whispers of Love Oracle this full moon in Leo, waning to new in Aquarius? Rest and relaxation is essential. I love this card. We all have a fundamental need to take breaks. It do make sense, right? And what does that take if you have the exaggerated, fearful belief that if you don't hold this up, it's all going to fall down? Well, can you trust? Can you trust that it's not all up to you? That even when it is all up to you, it's still not up to you, right? Maybe in the action part of it, right? Maybe there's just certain things you know that others don't, that they need your help and service for. But in terms of a cause, right? Because it does say to which a cause can succeed. That does elevate it just from like, you know, hey Mom, you see my shirt? Which that's why I don't have kids, honey. I have cats. I just have to scoop litter. I'd rather. Well, and feed them and cuddle them, and they're magnificent, my kitty cat. So rest and relaxation is essential here. It might indicate that you're a little inflamed, right? Your nervous system, you're overloaded. I mean, that shadow attribute, I can see how anybody could be feeling that if they are head of a household, running a company, right? I feel that myself sometimes, like, because if I don't get myself up and do these videos, they don't get done, right? And I live alone. So I can relate to this, though I have no planets in Sagittarius whatsoever. But I will say the other planets I do have must form nice angles because I've always had Sagittarian friends in my life. Absolutely. Last card down. And the healing mantra. I mean, I say it every time. I've learned, this has been truly helpful for me personally, because I'll tell you, people are like, oh, Mal, they're like, oh, you've been doing this for so long. I mean, I started reading tarot when I was 12 years old. This year it'll be 40 years. It's like, never stop learning. Have the humility to know. It's like, no, learning never ends, at least not in this world, right? So I will say, when I find something that truly helps me, I share it. And I do. The Healing Mantra deck, Macron, I don't get any money from it or anything like that. It's just been a lifesaver. Get another flavor. I don't know. I guess you would be kale flavored. Lifesaver. I tease them, but I don't know them, but I adore them. Very Sagittarian. Breathe. If the Ascended Masters laugh, it's okay. The Ascended Masters, please, my Ascended Masters. General Assembly, one card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, getting this reading, what is the perfect healing mantra for them that they need? Considering they need to alchemize the Messiah archetype this waning moon, work with the angel of trust, get some fluorite, protection, clarity, bringing order out of chaos, to embrace the star within them, that they're getting the downloads, the guidance, the grace that they need. Their hopes and dreams and wishes are not unfounded. They need to be aware of the Ace of Wands, really some kind of action, some kind of passion, some kind of creativity, desire starting, and I believe moving forward, initiating here, particularly that I'm doing the Sagittarius read and it's Zeus holding the card. My Ascended Masters, they need to know deep in their hearts, they already know the answer to do what feels right. And their own higher selves are saying for them to rest and relax. So please, their perfect healing mantra this full moon in Leo. Waning to Aquarius, January into February 2021, expressing free will. Ace of Wands. Expressing free will. My choices determine how brightly I shine. So if you're going to make a choice and it doesn't feel shiny to you, it doesn't mean don't do it. It means take a breath, right? Oh, expressing free will, huh? Because the shadow of the Messiah might very much feel like you have none. And that's not true. We always have free will, particularly in the narratives we choose. And that's why these archetype cards are just, I think, incredibly helpful. Expressing free will. My choice determines how brightly I shine. When free will is expressed, the quality of your experience is based not on the actions of others, but on how wisely and lovingly each moment is viewed. So it's really not even about so much what you do or don't do, what you get done or don't done, but how the quality, right? How wisely and lovingly each moment is viewed. And that's what I mean about the narrative you assign here. Hello, Melchior. Sorry, kitty paws on my thigh there. Hey, buddy, I'm almost done. We'll take break. It doesn't match the unconsciousness of others or fight to have the final word. Instead, free will conveys the brightness of your soul through the sum of your words and actions, even when responding to those who aren't acting their best. Well, I'm just going to say, though, from personal experience, this might just be some of the Saggies I've dealt with throughout this entire lifetime, and probably others. It doesn't match the unconsciousness of others or fight to have the final word. I'm like, have you met a Sagittarius? Right? They like getting in that final word if they can. They'll even say it when you're not there. This mantra is ideal for overcoming feelings of disempowerment, fulfilling personal goals, maybe not to be the Messiah to everyone, but have some of your own personal goals taken care of on the way. Sometimes both get done. And becoming more ambitious. It's an interesting card to get. I think, you know, to have your own ambitions, not just about getting stuff done. It is about what makes ambition. Oh God, there's a whole podcast there. Because some people have it, you know, lead and gold, very toxic, and then a spectrum to very healthy ambition. But when you're following something with guidance and grace inside of you in a situation where it's saying rest and relaxation is essential, let's just put it all together. It just flows out of my mouth better this way. Please take a nice deep breath. My collective pantheons of the divine, may the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video be blessed with all that they need this full moon in Leo 2, new in Aquarius, January and February 2021. They may alchemize this Messiah into serving humanity with humility, that they may look deep in their heart because they already know the answer, do what's right, to work with the fluorite for that psychic protection, that order out of chaos or seeing divine order through chaos, to do what needs to be done in this situation as they express their free will, understanding that their choices determine how brightly they shine, particularly the choice to take rest and relaxation, to allow themselves to integrate, to allow themselves to de-escalate. So the inflammation in their body, in their mind, in their soul, in their nervous system has time to cool down and unwind, so that this Ace of Wands coming their way or coming from them on their way may be truly based within this connection of the star, their inspiration, their higher self speaking, their soul coming through, their divine plans, their sealed orders, working with the angel of trust, that everything they need is always given in the breath and around them in the moment that they need it. And though they may want it, if they do not yet need it, may they trust that even what they want and what they need will someday be one and the same when it arrives, for their well-being, the well-being of everyone around them, and this cause they find themselves in. And may it all be a blessing for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Happy full moon. Wishing you all the very, very best of this, right? If you liked it, hit that thumbs up. You want more, subscribe. Want to go check out the linky dinks downstairs, you certainly can. Comment even if you feel it. Otherwise, I truly am wishing you the very best and the very blessed. I relate to this reading to an extent of this full moon to new moon next in Aquarius for you, my darling Sagittarians, my Sagittarians. Hail. Farewell and blessed, blessed be.